Welcome to TEDCO's Entrepreneur Expo in downtown Baltimore, where the region's top business owners, innovators, and investors have gathered to network, grow, and celebrate the vibrant entrepreneurial ecosystem here in Maryland. I'm Frew with BioBuzz Networks, and I'm joined today by Dr. Samantha Scott, founder and CEO of JuneBrain. Sam, welcome today. Could you take a second to introduce yourself and a little bit more about JuneBrain?
Sure. Yeah, it's nice to be here. I'm Dr. Samantha Scott, but I go by Sam. I'm the founder and CEO of JuneBrain, which is a Baltimore-based medical device company. So I founded the company in 2017, and what we're doing is building a wearable retinal imaging device to make eye and brain disease screening more accessible. I started the company because I'm a total nerd. So I'm a biomedical engineer by training. That's what my PhD was in. But I'm also a neurology patient. So in 2017, I was diagnosed with myasthenia gravis, which is a neuromuscular disorder. And a lot of the challenges I faced as a patient, just going through our healthcare system, challenges with being monitored outside of these sparse, rare, it felt, annual clinical visits was really challenging. So the goal of JuneBrain is to take awesome advanced imaging technology and place it where people are every day so they can be screened and monitored much more effectively.
And tell us, how does that improve on the current treatment plan that is out there for these?
Yeah, so currently, our technology is called optical coherence tomography, or OCT. So if you go into an eye clinic or an ophthalmology clinic, you'll see these, they're usually large machines that have their own room. And you go in there, you have your eye screened. So that's the standard of care. The problem is that you usually only have access to that tech once a year. And people who are low mobility or have any kind of disability that makes it hard to sit at a table and do this, it means they don't have access to that tech. So what we have is a wearable. Patients can use it on their own with the help of a caregiver or someone who has very little training. And it can be placed in a pharmacy or in the neurology clinic, or diagnostic labs, or even grocery stores.
So it's a tremendous amount of accessibility that you're providing and improved treatment that can come out of that.
Yes, yes.
So what stage is the company at right now?
So right now we are pre-revenue, pre-FD clearance. We've built a ton of awesome prototypes. We've completed clinical studies. Our tech is patented. Right now we're at the point of getting towards design freeze so we can submit to the FDA next year. And our goal is to be cleared in 2026 and go to market.
That's wonderful. What has your experience with TEDCO been along this journey over the past years?
Yeah, so TEDCO has been a critical source of support for us. So even from the beginning, my first interaction with TEDCO was in 2018, so just a year after I started the company. They helped pay for one of my advisors to provide a lot of expertise to us, so she served as a temporary consultant. Then we were in the Builder Fund in 2020, I believe, so heart of COVID. We would have gone under at that point without support from TEDCO, and they provided funding plus they put two experts, two consultants on our team. So they really met the need of funding plus talent. And since then, they've invested in us twice again. They've been part of every one of our rounds. We've done their loan executive programs. They're just sort of resources galore.
Resources galore is an understatement. We've talked to a lot of entrepreneurs today, and it's not just funding that TEDCO provides. They provide this ecosystem of support and mentorship and a community around it. Would you agree to that?
I do. Even our portfolio manager, so Jean-Luc Park, he's been awesome. He's the type of individual where I can call him, pick his brain, and he will happily have his brain picked and share advice at any time. And if he doesn't know something, he'll point me in the right direction to someone who does. It's constant, and it's very much needed.
What's it been like to grow JuneBrain here in Baltimore and here in the Maryland ecosystem?
Yeah, it is unique. So I went to school in the Bay Area, so Stanford, that was Silicon Valley, the whole stereotypical, in a good way and, good and bad way, startup land. So moving to the DMV, it's a very unique place because it's at the heart of, intersection of government, plus these prestigious universities, and you also have industry here. So for JuneBrain, we've always had access to awesome collaborators for our clinical studies. We've had a great source of talent, from interns to people joining our team in full-time and part-time positions. It's also unique from a fundraising point of view because investors, since the check sizes are smaller here, you have more investors joining your round, so you have a greater wealth of expertise from investors that come on, which is nice.
And it sounds like consistent investors out of groups like TEDCO.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think a lot of our investors, they are very hands-on with JuneBrain. They're there when we need them. They follow on with rounds, which is wonderful. And most importantly, they are always introducing us to other investors, which is the best way to raise money. So,
tell us a little bit more about what you're excited about in the years to come. It sounds like you have a big 2025 in front of you. Tell us a little more about some of the milestones you're working towards and what's next.
Yeah, so next, submitting to the FDA next year. After that, we'll go to market, but even before then, we can sell for investigation use only. So we have a pipeline of customers already. So our goal is to start rolling the device out and our software. We have AI that's behind our imaging device. Roll that out to very early research customers. And even next year, we're going to demo our device at 2 of the major eye and neurology conferences. So we're very excited.
2025 is going to be a good year.
Yes.
Do you need to be doing more additional capital raise, or
Yes. Yeah, I'm raising right now. I'm always raising. I'm raising right now. So we're doing a seed plus round. We just opened, and the goal is to raise $2 million by the end of Q1. Yeah, and that will support us getting to market. It's all we need to finish FDA clearance, early market launch. So yes.
Well, congratulations on all the success you've had, and it sounds like I know you came from the West Coast, but you landed in the perfect place for JuneBrain to incubate and thrive, and excited for to see what comes in the new year for you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for joining me today. Thank you all for tuning in. My name is Frew. We're recording today live at the TEDCO Expo here in Baltimore.